2XKO's first ever Alpha Lab beta test has been playable for a good week or so, and surprisingly, there's been some mixed opinions about the game so far.
This is garbage. It's beautiful.
From touch of death combos to the selection of champs available to play, people seem to not entirely be sold on Riot's new team fighter. One of the reasons being combos are lasting too long?
You serious?
A few people that had the opportunity to play 2XKO beta or watch their favorite streamer play it expressed how long the combos seem to last in the game and how that's potentially a bad thing. If you ask me, some of the coolest things in fighting games to me is how some games handle their combo system. It's not necessarily the length of the combo, but the amount of expression and creativity that is allowed in these games. If you want to be basic as hell and do a simple route, you can. You want to do the craziest, most execution heavy combo you can think of, you can do that too. It's the freedom to do whatever you want that makes those combos really satisfying and really cool to do and to see. I'm not gonna lie though, seeing that combo counter go all the way up into the hundreds, it's like put it in my veins. It just hits different. To be real, and not a lot of people has talked about this yet, combo length might not necessarily be tied to the hits of the combos nowadays. It's more so the length of the animations that people have the issue with, but don't even realize it. Mortal Kombat 1 technically allows you to do more than most Mortal Kombat games from a combo perspective, but somehow doesn't feel as satisfying as something like Mortal Kombat X, with the exception of Takeda. He's cool no matter what. Unfortunately, 2XKO kinda suffers from this, Ari being the main culprit. A lot of Ari's moves have a ton of animation frames and take some time to finish if you really pay attention to them. If you were to take a B&B from Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and put it next to 2XKO, 2XKO could have less combo hits and last just as long as an Ultimate Marvel 3 combo. And Ultimate Marvel 3 is a much faster game in comparison, and this is all due to the speed of the animations in both games. If you actually pay attention to some of the combos in 2XKO, they actually don't even go beyond like 30 to 40 hits unless you use a super. It's just that from an animation and a pace perspective, 2XKO is a lot slower than its predecessors. I want to make it clear that I personally have zero issues with the combo structure of 2XKO, and to be completely honest, this is a very weird complaint to me, given the kind of game 2XKO is and what it's trying to be. It's funny how combos in versus games / team games are one of the complaints on the casual end, but Marvel vs. Capcom is somehow looked at universally as one of the greatest fighting games of all time. I've always felt like people are in love with the idea of a team game until it's time to actually play those games. Cause in all honesty, team games are filled with some very, very degenerate and grimy strategies. Some of the things you run into you might not be able to block, and every hit might lead to a combo movie. But it's just not a real team versus fighter without those things. While I was making this video, the 2XKO devs actually spoke on the idea of long combos and say they are looking to find a middle ground for the players that enjoy the game as is and the players that aren't fans of how the game is handled currently. But all in all, long combos are part of the team fighter DNA, and I understand why players would have issues with that. But I think 2XKO's issue is more of a game speed issue than anything else. Speeding up animations might actually fix a lot of people's problems with the game and the length of the combos. But let me know how y'all feel about 2XKO. Do you enjoy the game? Are you kind of having second thoughts? Do you have a favorite character in the beta, or are you still looking for that favorite character to show up in 2XKO eventually? I'll make sure to follow up with this video with my thoughts on 2XKO's beta, but until then, I'm gonna get back to work and I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. Love every single one of y'all. Stay safe, peace, I love y'all.